Welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to go over opening a brokerage account. Now, there's three types of accounts that you have to take in consideration, and they are a cash account, a margin account, and a retirement account. Now, there's way more than meets the eye when choosing a brokerage account to set up, and in this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons of each one, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so if you found this video, then I'm assuming that you're new to investing and you're quite possibly interested in taking the next step and opening your own brokerage account. So when it comes to opening a brokerage account, there are multiple things that you have to look for. Okay, there's margin investing, then you have a cash account, and then you have just a retirement account. The first type of account that we're going to cover is a cash account. Now, no matter what brokerage you choose to go with, you're always going to be able to open up a cash account. Now, if you're under 18, you're going to have to get what's called a custodial account, where you'll have to have your parents open it up for you, but you'll still be able to use it under their name, just as if it was under your name. Cash account is just simply using the funds that you deposit into that account to purchase your securities, whether it be ETFs or single stocks. It doesn't matter. You can only use the amount of cash that you deposit, much like a bank account. If you have $100 in a bank account, then you're not going to be able to purchase anything more than $100. And that's exactly what a cash account is when you open up a brokerage account. Now, when you first start, I would only suggest you using a cash account. I would not move on to the margin account. You don't want to start trading with margin. And the number one reason why is if you're in a security and it starts to decline in price, well, you're going to lose not only the amount of money that you had put in, but you're going to lose the amount of money that you borrowed from your broker, called the margin. So stay away from that. Also, when you're looking to set up a cash account, whatever platform that you choose to go with, whether it be a Robinhood, a Webull, an Acorns, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, it don't matter. Look for a brokerage that offers paper trading. Now, the ones that I know that I use, Webull and Thinkorswim, I know they have paper trading. Now, their platforms are a little bit more sophisticated than, say, Robinhood, but you have a lot more options within that platform. I know Robinhood, you can't short a stock, and they don't offer paper trading. So if you're going to start and you're interested in paper trading and you're interested in eventually being able to go short on a stock, well, then I would stay away from Robinhood and start with something like Webull or Thinkorswim. They're better platforms anyways. So moving on from a cash account, the next type of account is going to be a margin account. So a margin account is simply an account that's just like your cash account, and most of the time, whatever broker you use to open your cash account is going to have an option for margin investing. So when you use margin, you're essentially leveraging your funds that you have deposited into your cash account. So if you have $1,000 in your cash account, well, then your brokerage is going to allow you to borrow up to $1,000 on margin. But it's treacherous, because if you're in a security and you use your $1,000 to purchase and then you leverage that $1,000 with $1,000 worth of margin, well, then if that security starts to decline in price, you're losing double. So you got to be very careful when it comes to leveraging your account. Also keep in mind that there's something called a margin maintenance requirement when trading on margin. So if you have $1,000 and you're in a security that has a margin maintenance requirement of 100%, you're not going to be able to purchase that security on margin. But if that same security has a 50% margin requirement, you'll just have to keep in mind that you'll have to maintain that margin requirement, or your brokerage will liquidate your position without your consent in order to meet that margin requirement. So it can become pretty dangerous when investing with margin. I would stay away from margin investing until you're really familiar with getting in a trade, getting out of a trade, being able to pick, good trades. Stick with just cash until you're extremely comfortable trading. And last but not least, you can open up a retirement account, which is a IRA, a Roth IRA, or if you have a company sponsored 401k, and you can self-direct that account. Now, the benefits to the Roth IRA, and I love trading in my Roth IRA. And the reason for that is simply you don't get taxed for your capital gains. Since that money is put in post-tax, any gains that you have in your Roth IRA account is capital gains tax free. So you don't have to worry about paying tax on whatever gains. And the most beautiful part about that is if you start with $1,000 in your Roth IRA account, and over the next 10 or 15 or 20 years, you trade up to $1 million or $100,000, that 900,000 or that 99,000, you don't have to pay capital gains tax on that. That is tax-free money. All right, guys, so the moral of the story is when you're looking for a brokerage account and you're setting up your brokerage account, make sure you're comfortable with that account and make sure it has all the features that you're interested in, so you're not getting familiar with a platform that you're not going to use in 6 months or a year down the road. Now, if you found any value in this and you don't want to miss the next video that we put out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. If you feel like I missed anything, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, tell me I'm an idiot, or tell me you love me. Either way, I'll see you guys the next time, and thanks for watching.